We're at Priority Express Courier Company in Bristol today to find out a bit about the company and in particular how they're beginning to incorporate EVs into the fleet. And I'm here with Neil Havill, the Managing Director. So Neil, could you tell us a bit about Priority Express, please?
Sure. Priority Express was established in 1989 as a same-day courier company, and then we opened in Cardiff and in Frome. We operate a same-day, overnight and international courier service across those three sites. And we're also members of the APC overnight network with over 100 depots in the UK. We acquired Cardiff Cycle Couriers in 2010 and we operate now cycle courier services in Bristol and in Cardiff. And in the future we would like to become carbon neutral.
Well, carbon neutrality of course is a fantastic aim, and how do you hope to achieve that?
We'd like to achieve that by operating EVs and cycle couriers and hopefully offset the rest.
Well, that's great to hear about the cycles because, of course, in terms of the environmental performance, cycling is better, even greener than using EVs. But in terms of the EVs in the fleet, what can you tell us about those, please?
Sure. We have 3 Mercedes e-Sprinters which joined the fleet in 2021. We also operate 4 cargo bikes and 2 ecargo trikes. And they're built locally in Westbury in Wiltshire.
It's a big van, the Sprinter, 11 metres cubed capacity, I believe, but the payload is a bit on the low side and less than some of the new electric vans that have hit the market in 2022. So how have you found it logistically?
Well, we worked out in advance where the e-Sprinter would fit into the fleet. Overall, we're very happy with the volume capacity on the van. In all honesty, we would have liked greater payload, but in all other aspects, the vans have suited our operation. And the volume is very similar, so we can actually get just as many parcels on, but not as much weight as we would like. We have Project EV DC chargers. We can fast charge the vehicles during the day, during the normal operation cycle. Quite often drivers would charge them during lunch breaks or whilst loading or unloading parcels.
Electric vans haven't yet sold nearly as well as electric cars. That's beginning to change in 2022, but by adopting the vans in 2021, you were certainly ahead of the curve, certainly an early adopter. So what led you to the decision to go for the electric vans?
Well, we acquired 3 cycle courier companies between 2010 and 2015. And working with cycle couriers and understanding their passion for cycling and for the environment generally actually is quite inspiring. They encouraged us to clean up the fleet, and at the time we decided to purchase EVs, the e-Sprinter was one of the few vehicles suited to our day-to-day operations.
And did you also see the electric vans as a way of helping Priority Express stand out from the crowd and differentiating yourself from other courier companies?
Yes, that's right. Customers expect us to operate the business in a professional and a sustainable way. And I think the introduction of e-Sprinters helps to demonstrate our commitment to the environment.
And how are the electric vans working out financially?
The e-Sprinters are more expensive to purchase, but actually when you factor in fuel costs and servicing costs, the gap is not as wide as you might think. We'll continue to monitor those costs closely, and that will determine how many more EVs we can add to the fleet in the coming years.
And what can you tell us about the cargo bikes?
So we have 2 types of cargo bike. We have the Dutch-built Bullet bike, which are pedal power only with a capacity of 80 kilograms. We also have the new Iceni ecargo trike, which has a capacity of 200 kilos. The ecargo trikes are a little bit more complicated to get used to, so some training's needed before the riders go out on the road. The cargo bikes are used primarily for final mile deliveries. We also use them for local point-to-point same-day deliveries as well. So most of the deliveries originate from the depot.
I can imagine them being quite popular on a beautiful spring or summer day, but do you get objections from your staff when they have to go out on a cold, wet winter's day?
No, we don't. Most professional cycle couriers would tell you it's a year-round job. We do also help by subsidising or supplying good quality all-weather gear.
And do you see them as a genuine mainstream part of the business in the future, or are their uses really so limited that they're destined to remain very, very niche?
We don't see them as niche actually. We do see them being part of the everyday operations. They have a good payload. And the other advantage is the cargo bikes and the e-cargo trikes can access areas that vans can't get to. So they are becoming essential, and we think they'll become more important in urban city centres as access becomes more difficult for traditional commercial vehicles.
Well, it's very nice to meet you, Neil, and to get a bit of an insight into the world of a courier company, and well done for being so forward-thinking and innovative with the various initiatives. Thank you.
Thank you.